If English is your second language, just getting through that paragraph, I mean, that is a dense, stupid paragraph.
In 2014, South Korea was ranked #1 in the world for overall cognitive skills and educational attainment by Pearson Education. Though exemplary in its success, the Korean education system places pressure on students that can compromise their happiness and health. The average South Korean high school student only receives 5.5 hours of sleep each night in order to accommodate up to 13 hours spent studying in a day. A 2010 survey found that of suicidal South Korean youths, 53% felt the cause was their inadequate performance in school. This suggests a link between self-worth and academic performance. We invited some of our BuzzFeed coworkers to solve a couple questions from the foreign language section of the South Korean SAT from 2011. These questions had some of the highest incorrect answer rate in the history of the test.
I went to an Ivy League school. I did great on my SATs.
I have 2 degrees from Stanford University. I did very well on my standardized tests.
I graduated from UC Berkeley in 2015. I'm interested to see how much harder it is.
I don't have confidence. If so many people have screwed up, certainly no better at language than most of the world.
Number 28, journeys are the midwives of thought.
So already you've got these abstract concepts, which is already a tough idea to wrap your head around.
Few places are more conducive to internal conversations than a moving plane, ship, or train.
There is an almost peculiar correlation between what is in front of our eyes and the thoughts we are able to have in our heads.
Large thoughts at times requiring large views, new thoughts, new places, introspective. Reflections which are liable to stall are helped along by the flow of the landscape.
The mind blank when thinking is all it is supposed to do. The tasks can be as paralyzing as having to tell a joke or mimic an accent on demand.
Thinking improves when parts of the mind are given other tasks as charged with listening to music or following a line of trees.
These questions are already 3 times the length of questions on the American SAT.
They are saying, as contrasted to a journey, when thinking is all the mind is supposed to do, that's like gonna be something negative. So I'm looking for something negative here.
This is very confusing. That sentence, the task can be as paralyzing as having to tell a joke or mimic an accent on demand, feels like it's from a totally different passage that would throw off so many people.
I'm going to say it's 1.
I'm going with 1.
I think it should be maybe reluctant to think properly, 1.
Yes! Oh my! I mean, hey.
I'm making my mom proud. I'm a texter.
82%, that's worse than random guessing, which means this is a particularly bad question.
It's a fucked up question.
Number 26, here we go, the big question that everyone got wrong.
So far as you are wholly concentrated on bringing about a certain result, clearly the quicker and easier it is brought about, the better. Ugh, what a difficult thing to have to parse together. Okay.
Your resolve to secure a sufficiency of food for yourself and your family will induce you to spend weary days in tilling the ground and tending livestock. But if nature provided food and meat in abundance ready for the table, you would thank nature for sparing you much labor and consider yourself so much better off.
An executed purpose, in short, is a transaction in which the time and energy spent on the execution are balanced against the resulting assets, and the ideal case is one in which, oh fudge.
So the ideal case is one in which you get a lot of assets and you don't spend any time on it.
Purpose then justifies the efforts it exacts only conditionally by their fruits.
Oh my God, that's the last sentence. Ugh.
Oh boy.
This is hard.
The ideal case is one in which it doesn't take a lot of time. That's what I got out of it.
Okay, I feel like it's number 3.
I'm going number 5.
5, my final answer.
Thank you.
90%!
That's the first thing that I checked off because I was like, it has numbers in it. I would have never gotten that.
When I learned Spanish, it was much easier being like, the dog ran to the library, instead of like, the thing about language theory is, I would never be able to understand that in a foreign language.
If you're talking about like suicidal thoughts, that takes like school pressure to a whole new degree.
In Korea, like where you go to college, that's your whole life goal.
They're set up to fail. Like, look at these questions. These aren't like, you're never gonna have to talk like this. It's so highly specialized, it doesn't need to be a general standardized test.
I hope that students can start to see academic success isn't the only validator of who you are. I have so much respect. My heart really goes out to you.